Hello there, everyone! This is Quiversee, and welcome back to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Last time, we basically finished exploring every last square inch of this castle with one very important exception, but that's for a little later. And I had mentioned that, once again, in between parts, I was going to do some grinding to look for the item that I have wanted to have. And I have now found it. Specifically, I found it in the library, the inverted library. The weapon in question dropped from those shmoo creatures, the ghosts. Oddly enough, it actually didn't take me all that long to find it compared to how long I thought it would take. But you can see I've got two little things equipped right here. There's a reason for that, but this, the Chrysogrim, countless blades, dice, and enemy. This doggone weapon is, like, iconic, to put it lightly. And you can see I've got a few other things that I want to show y'all. But, the Chrysogrim. Remember how we found that one, like, special dagger and I said it's kind of like that weapon? Well, that's because this is the Chrysogrim. Look at how fast that attacks. And as if that weren't enough, you can just completely spam it while moving. This weapon is beyond overpowered when you stop and think about it. Look at this thing go. And I think the scary thing is, I don't even think this is the best weapon in the game. I think this rune sword is. First of all, take a look at the attack stat. It's a little bit higher than the Chrysogrim. But secondly, look at what it does. It doesn't attack as fast, but it can still be used while moving, and it goes forward super far. And you want to know where I got the rune sword from? I got it in this room right here. Just backtrack a bit. Oh. Okay, maybe that's not the best demonstration of its might, considering I just got smacked by that dragon rider, but I'm also approaching it from the wrong side. Anyways, rune sword, of all things, comes from... I must have killed it while it was off screen. Get rid of you with that. That! The dodo bird. The dodo bird dropped the rune sword. So, basically, the shmoos and the dodo birds, those tiny little insignificant things, drop like the best weapons in the game. As far as other things of note, we got the Muramasa, labeled as a bloodthirsty sword. So this one's kind of interesting, and I kind of remember it. First of all, as far as two-handed sword goes, it's not too bad. But its attack stat, as you can see, isn't the best, only having a 49. But there's a reason for that. First of all, this dropped from, I want to say, the scarecrows in the inverted library. It was definitely something down there. I didn't get everything in there. I think that I only got the stuff from the scarecrow and the shmoo. Which, fun fact, I think that it took me maybe 20, 30 minutes in the library before I got the Chrysogrim. And I was just kind of hunting everything in there. And I got 2 Muramasas before I got 1 Chrysogrim. But even then, it's like, that didn't take all that long for me to hunt. And it's like, once I got the Chrysogrim, the only other thing I grinded for was that rune sword. I didn't know what it dropped from. I didn't know that was from the dodo bird. But I specifically just was like, this dodo bird, it's a standalone enemy. You know, I would very much like to see what the heck it drops, because it's got to be something good. All right. Did that actually? No, it didn't. Okay, so the thing about the Muramasa is it gains power through kills. And, like, you can even see we got this red aura around. It's kind of similar to when we cast, come on. When we cast...
Dark Metamorphosis.
That. Dark Metamorphosis. I wanted him to say it, but he ruined it. So I'm going to go under the assumption, because I'm not 100% sure, that it needs to be a bloody enemy. So these skeletons wouldn't do it, but like the, whatchamacallit, like the bloody zombies would, for example. All right, now was there anything else of interest that I grabbed? I honestly don't remember. Looks like no. I don't think I did get any other noteworthy items. any rate, awesome as these items are, I don't want to use them right now. No. I want to go into the final battles equipped with the Alucard set. Just because it seems fitting. Oh yeah, we also got this. Reduces heart consumption. I'm going to take the heart brooch. And, yeah, I'll put on the sunstone. Yeah. Ow. So, with all of that all done, let us make our way to the final encounters. So, I need to get to, I think it's Inverted Olrox. Yeah, Inverted Olrox will be the best spot. Nope. Then this one's gonna be Lion. Yeah, that's not it. Here we go. This is it for sure. I don't even need to look because we checked all the others. Okay, so from here I need to go right and then up. Can do. Yeah, I'm sure that there are plenty of other very interesting drops I could get from some of the enemies, but we're not gonna get anything else that's gonna really, like, I don't think there's anything else that's really stand out enough for me to go out of my way for it at this point, especially considering how grindy it is, to begin with. Like, I'm all for getting the completion, you know? I would love to see all those question marks be undone. But it's just too big of a time investment, unfortunately. Honestly, if I had a better way to track it without having to go back to the library for every little thing, I would probably still be considering it. I don't know. I just know that I wanted to get the Chrysogrim, and the Dodo Bird was intriguing, and I'm glad I did the Dodo Bird. Because that rune sword, man. Ah, the heck with this. Hey, what level is our Waluigi demon? Level 47. I wouldn't mind seeing him get to level 50, honestly, because, you know, our sword familiar changed when he got to level 50, and I'm wondering if Waluigi here would too. Well, either way, I know we wouldn't have the ability to, like, equip him like we do the sword familiar, which that was the whole incentive for grinding him up. But yes, I believe that the trigger for this happening in here is having all the parts of Vlad. "13 bells and the ceiling opens." Welcome to the final area. I'm not going to save there yet because there's still this little side room. And I want to have the save after I pick up the item. Didn't realize it was going to be a heart refresh. I was admittedly kind of hoping for another upgrade or something, but what are you going to do? Honestly, heart refreshes aren't bad. Not that I've really been using my consumables, you know, all that much. Only at a couple of points. Up the inverted elevator we go. And this. Now we're in the inverted area where we faced off against Maria Renard. Wrong button. I wish to map out this room.
All hail the son of our master, stronger than the mightiest hunter.
I was forced in here.
You are the one called Shaft?
I am he.
You made Belmont Lord of the Castle. Why?
Because we tire of these hunters and their holy power. If they would but turn on one another.
Then the strongest one among them would eliminate the rest. Belmont.
Yes. So I converted him, brought him here to lure the rest, to force them all to fight and die.
But you never planned for me, and now you failed.
Ha! Your human soul as frail as his was. You'll take his place. I'll tear that soul apart.
Honestly, not the worst plan in the world for the villain. Shaft, I forget how you operate. I guess I'll just shoot you in your orb. Oh, yes, more fire, please. Fire good. Fire heal me. Orbs cause minor damage. You are honestly not that scary. Oh yeah, you aren't that scary. You are very not scary.
No!
Your beloved darkness awaits you. Dwell there for all eternity.
I think I'm gonna make a slight adjustment.
I die victorious. Count Dracula rises even now. Let him purge the world in flames.
Yep, with Shaft's death comes the revival of Dracula himself. Welcome to darkness.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
Not nearly long enough. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
Do you still side with humanity? Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
You think I would forget such a... No. But neither do I seek revenge against them.
Enough of your nonsense. Away with your humanity. Stand with me as Prince of all the world.
You will never touch this world again. In Mother's name, I swear it.
Tremble before my true form!
I feel like that his line there was changed. I thought this was like, gaze upon my true form in despair. But I am feeling utterly confident. I'm going to keep the Alucard shield on. And I'm going to keep Twilight Cloak on because it looks cool. But I want to have a little bit of a fight here. I will punch you, sire! From Axe Knight to Zombie. Trophy earned. I don't know what that means for me. Ouch, 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 ouch! Axe, 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 axe! I will jump upon your head like Mario! That did a lot of damage, actually. Oh. Why did you just smack? What? Why did you do that? Okay, that was weird. Okay, you're in the background now. What are you doing? Trying to shoot me, I see. Well, back to bouncing. Ow! I would very much like to heal a little bit, please. Listen, just because I want a challenge doesn't mean I want to lose. Lunch! Okay. Maybe going in full unarmed and unarmored was, maybe taking a little too far. You know what? I know what I need to do. How stupid of me. How foolish, even. Also, this is a good excuse for me to get the rest of the map, so I'm not even all that upset that I died. But, no, it's so obvious. The correct answer has been in my face all along. Come on, where are you? You're in the other direction, aren't you? Where are you? Come on. There you are, tried and true. Alucard. Yeah. Do I want to keep the ruby circlet on? Is there something that I'd rather use? Honestly, if I'm going Alucard, I think Dragon Helm would probably be better. And maybe instead of the heart brooch... Yeah, let's try the talisman. Let's try the talisman out. I'm good with this. Okay. And this time, I'm going to get all of that map. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that, and then I might save afterwards, so that way I don't have to do it again if I die. All right. Time to fly around in a big old square. Because I want to get the map. I have a problem. I just don't turn off bat. Never mind. Never mind. He just does it on his own. Whatever.
Son of our master, stronger than the might.
Silence, Shaft! We've already been through this song and dance, and I am going to fight you. Ouchie pain. Come on, I want to do... I think I just had the talisman trigger there. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Hey, have some ghosts. Ouch! Okay, no. Ah! Oh, you reflected my axes! Oh, the orbs protect you from that. Interesting. I want some of that health back, thanks. Woo, interesting. Looks like his orbs... hold on. I want to do that again. Oh, well, the Waluigi got the kill. I was going to say, I think his orbs were actually being targeted by Soul Steel and gave me extra health back. Which is pretty awesome, honestly. I just thought of something else I kind of want to try real quick on old Drac. First, I gotta wait for him to show up. I will not despair at your form.
My true form.
Okay, he is immune to that. But we also are immune when we do that, so... Good to know. I still want to kind of bounce on you, because I find it extremely funny. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, boink, boink. Don't splat the Karasaman. Okay. When you come back around, I'm gonna try and steal your soul. Thank you. Man, he even sounds kind of like Waluigi, our little nose demon. Which I found out that's what the N in nose demon is the N stands for nose. Like, it literally is just freaking Waluigi. I need a moment of recovery, and I'm not... Oh, wait, no, he's about to teleport away, I think. Yeah, are you gonna go into the background now? Yes, okay. It's lunchtime, boys! All right, what other food we got? Lunch B! It is literally 1 point better than Lunch A. That's pretty funny, actually. You know what? I'm just going to continue having some fun here. Beware my army! All right, Waluigi, I love you. I appreciate you. I need to hide. Thanks, Fairy. All right. What other funsies can I give you? Beware the missiles of magic! Come on, all of the things. Karma coins. Why not? Tails! What are you doing with Slogger there? Okay. I think I'll go and use the TNT when he comes back, but he's not going to go into the background right now. Do I have any food? Ramen! Alright, what other foods we got? Gonna use that in a minute. Other food, other food, other food, other food. No other food. Okay. Oh, wait, we got some boomerangs. Or a boomerang, singular. Just gonna use all of the consumables because why the heck not? Boomerang actually does some pretty good work on him. All right. Resist darkness. And let's see here. Oh, that's a lot of shuriken. Got him.
Go back to the abyss. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How could I have lost?
You lost your heart, your soul. You'll never win without them.
How poetic. So, I tragically sacrificed all I held dear in a search for power, did I?
Did you not?
Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said that she would love you for eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
I have a feeling that although Lisa will always love you, I don't know if she will ever forgive you. Love is complicated like that. But now that Dracula has been slain in his upside-down castle in the sky, it is time for our true ending. And so far, it's starting off kind of similarly to the bad endings, where the castle is just, at the ground level, is being destroyed by a beam of light. Interesting, considering that we weren't even in that castle. We were in the Sky Castle. Although, considering they were on top of each other, that beam of light is probably hitting it too. All things considered. And nary a trace remains.
So you made it.
Alucard, you're all right.
So, you had to fight your own father? It's my fault. If I hadn't been so weak, we wouldn't be here.
Not so. I had my own reasons to face him.
Still, it couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. But remember, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph
Is for good men to do nothing.
So what now, Alucard?
The blood in my veins is cursed. It's best for the world if I disappear, now and forever.
I see.
Farewell, then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard.
Well, are you going after him or not?
I'm sorry. I have to follow him. I can't just...
It's all right. Hurry up and catch him. If anyone can save him, you can.
Thank you, Richter, for everything.
Thank you, Maria.
In other words, Maria loves Alucard. Like, I think that's pretty obvious. But that is the true ending to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You know, it's kind of funny. Having gone back through this again, I've come to realize this game is a lot more flawed than I remember it being. Because, like, I'd already talked a bit about how the balance kind of seemed a little all over the place. And, like, you saw just how absurdly powerful stuff like the Chrysogrim was. And it's like, on the one hand, yeah, the Chrysogrim and, like, the Rune Sword and all that are just really rare drops from very specific enemies that unless you're going out of your way to hunt down items, you might not even see. But on the other hand, this is an exploration-focused game. You're going to be going to check out nooks and crannies, and it's like the Alucard set. We saw how much that was absolutely demolishing Shaft. And on top of that, it wasn't just demolishing him, it was making you essentially invincible against him. He was dealing 1s and 2s with gear that all you got to do is just explore a little bit for. Not even like go all that far out of the way for. And honestly, even with Alucard, Shaft was a bit of a joke. Dracula wasn't. Dracula I needed to actually try. But, you know, the point is, this game is definitely not the most balanced, but that's okay. I think that this is a very good idea of a game when you think of like the phrase of a flawed masterpiece. Because that's what this is. It ain't perfect. It's got its balance issues. It's definitely got some weird decisions with like some of the encounters and difficulty. But there is a doggone reason that this thing still remains a classic and stands the test of time. Why it was a literal genre-defining game. More than earned that. Because where it does fall a bit short in some of the balance department, it does shine in the versatility and replayability as well as the exploration. Because, I mean, heck, I spent a lot of my time in, like, Alucard mode, and I was playing a lot of times with, like, you know, the shield rod and shields. But there were so many other weapons that you can just play around and try different ways to play it. There's so many different combinations you can try, and, you know, there's also the familiars. If I were to level them up more, they could have been more interesting. I don't know. It's such a weird... It just puts myself in a weird, like, double headspace, if that makes any sense. You know, what's really funny is, like, I had mentioned also before how, as much as I love this game and, like, the genre that it helped create and define, this is really the only Castlevania I have played mostly. Technically speaking, I have played bits and pieces of some of the classic Castlevanias, like 1 and 4, I think specifically. Not really getting very far in either, mind you. And I also played another one briefly called Curse of Darkness, which is also kind of its own thing. What I'm trying to say is that the Castlevania series that, you know, this game helped to kind of shape, the ones that are mostly, you know, exploration focused and all, like, say, I think some of the ones are like Aria of Sorrow or Harmony of Dissonance, things like that, I have never touched. And I'm curious, now that I've gone through this, to take a look at some of those and see how they have improved upon the formula that this game set out a precedent for. Not going to be something I do straight away, mind you, but it is definitely something that's going to be happening. Anyways, that's about all I can think to say here. And of course, I can't skip past the credits here because I kind of want to try something before we wrap up for the day. But I think we're also about at the end of the credits. I think it ends not too far from... Yeah, there's the copyright. All rights reserved. Development by K-Set. Yep. Well, I guess I wrapped up my thoughts just in time. Not gonna lie, I kind of miss when credits were about this long and not, you know, 20 minutes. But, you know, there's a reason why they are so long nowadays, and that's because games are bigger and require a lot more people. So, I get it. So now we have ourselves this as a clear file. What I want to do... Well, I want to do a couple of things. Now, let's not do the rune sword. I want to do specifically the classic. Where are you? Come on. Where is it? Where's the Chrysogrim? Why can't I see it? Why am I blind? There you are. Number one, I want to do that. Number two, Listen, I genuinely need to see if I got all of the map because... Look, there's actually a trophy for getting, like, full... I believe it is 200.6% map completion. And it simply won't do to not verify if I have met that objective. And the only way I'll know is if I get every last square inch of this map. But the other thing is, I also just want to demonstrate how absolutely pathetic they are going to be with Chrysogrim. That's the other thing I want to do. I think I would have gotten the trophy if I did it, so I must have missed something somewhere. Anyways, behold the power of being overpowered. Shaft's already done. Literally just like a second. And Shaft is done. But what about old Drac himself?
Tremble before my true form!
And that's it. Oh, nice. I can actually just quit out because that means I don't have to go through the rest of it again. But the other thing I wanted to look at is I don't know why I didn't get the... Oh, wait a second. Hold the phone. Okay, look at the top. Select a new game to start playing. Enter Richter to play as him, which is something that is always there, but enter Maria to play as her, excuse me? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing. Oh my lord, you can play as Maria. Interesting. Maria throws birds. I am puzzled. Sorry, I'm just kind of speechless and also getting my butt handed to me. Oh, she doesn't have a backdash. That's what the backdash button does as Guardian Fist. Uh-oh. Oh, she has a double jump too. And yeah, like you also notice that when I pause, I just get there. Apparently she plays kind of similarly to more of a classic Castlevania, which makes some degree of sense because that's also how Richter plays. Like the way he played at the beginning when you're fighting off against Drac, yeah, that's how he plays too. Yeah, I did not realize that there was a Maria mode. I kind of want to get to a save room because I don't want to lose this. Okay, apparently there's still money for Maria. Ooh. Might as well get this while I'm here. That didn't say heart max up. Oh, neat! I just kind of instinctively did the jump boots thing. Apparently Maria has that too. I wonder what other secret moves she's got. Do you have any, like, spells? I don't know. Wait a minute, this room is also the room that had the bloody zombies in it. It doesn't have those now. I am intrigued. Huh. And to speak nothing of the fact that this is what Circle does. What? Okay, I was pushing more buttons. Oh my lord, she has an air dash. She has a dash. Oh my lord. What the heck have I stumbled upon here? Okay, Okay, you know what? I can keep going at this, and I feel like I've been going long enough. I'm actually just gonna stop that there. So, yeah, apparently there's a Maria mode, and I had no idea. But that's pretty cool. I'm a little bit on the fence on if I want to do a Maria run right away or not. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it here, but yeah, if there's interest in seeing me go through as Maria and or Richter, let me know, because I would not be opposed to it. But I do think that next time we are going to be doing a little something else. Not exactly sure what specifically off the top of my head, but I don't know. I feel bad that I've kind of been a bit spotty on, like, this particular series. Apologies about that. Life has just been kind of getting in the way, and it's been a whole thing. But I'm trying to get myself back into the groove of it, and I think maybe next time I might do something a little bit simpler for that purpose. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.